I'm on a different side of everything Frederick today, the home of everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street, Ray Whiten. Basketball coaches without boundaries.
Yes, yes.
Not doctors without borders. Okay, we got it. So your organization has been around, I think you told me 25 years?
25 years, yes. We just celebrated our 25th year anniversary this past June. Started out as a summer basketball league outdoors, and we kind of evolved over the last 25 years to have outreach programs and back to school programs and Christmas Joy for Kids, etc.
That's unreal. I mean, that is almost a generation of kids who have really grown up, and now become adults.
Yeah.
Who started the organization?
So my father, Ray Whiten Sr., he started the organization again 25 years ago. But it's very much a family organization. So my uncle, Daryl Whiten, my uncle, Dwayne Whiten, they've also been a very key component of our growth, as well as my Aunt Lane and my Aunt Dina as well. So we all kind of collaborate to grow the organization.
When your father started this organization, what did he see in the community that he said, you know what, this is really necessary?
So back at that point in time, there was a real need in the community for kids in the summertime. So there wasn't a lot of activities for kids in the break between school.
Right.
So his thought was to kind of get out into the community, kind of reach out to local organizations and just kind of see what the need was, what the interest was.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just came up with this outdoor basketball league. At the time, it was very specific to the city of Frederick.
Yeah.
Again, over the last 25 years, it kind of blossomed. Now we're in the county. Now we're in neighboring counties and states. But the need at the time was just a productive activity in the summertime.
I mean, that's pretty incredible, to kind of have that vision and then come up with a solution, not ask somebody else to figure it out, right? You just go, hey, there's a need, let's do it. When it started, have you seen any of the kids that were part of that kind of first few years? Do you see them?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was one of them, so I was a part of the rollout. A lot of my friends at the time we're still lifelong friends.
Nice.
To this day, we still, we kind of have that little bicker about whose team was better.
Of course, the memory. The memory just, you played a lot better now, in the memory than.
It kind of, you kind of alluded to a little bit was, now we're kind of seeing that generation where, we were kind of the first group, but now we have our own children, and they're coming of age where, they're in elementary school, middle school, and we're seeing it kind of come full circle. So
that's what I think is great, because, somebody who benefits, who then continues to support an organization like this. How can people of Frederick support you? Like, what do you guys need as an organization?
More than anything, as an organization, volunteers, just like any other nonprofit organization. You need volunteers. We're very fortunate to have a large family support. But we like to expand though. We would like to bring in the community again after 25 years. We have a lot of families coming in and out, and we just would like for people just to come back and just kind of. Just join us.
And support. And what's been the biggest challenge? Has that been it? Like really just getting that additional help?
I don't necessarily know if the help is necessarily the challenge. I think the challenge over the years have just been similar challenges that we face in our everyday lives as far as the economy type of thing. Rates are changing. The processes are changing, and we understand that. There's the rates to reserve facilities and so forth. They're not the same as they were 25 years ago.
Gotcha.
Right. So we kind of have to meet that need, which is a bit of a challenge as a nonprofit.
Yeah.
But we have a pretty strong base and a pretty strong support system that we're able to kind of overcome those challenges.
When do you guys play?
Yeah.
when are the seasons, or when can people join in?
So we are a year-round organization.
Okay.
We started just in the summer, and then after a couple years of doing summer league, we opened up a fall league. We actually operate the TJ Middle School Mid-Maryland program. So kind of behind the scenes, we are the organization that kind of makes everything go.
Wow.
So and we don't necessarily run our own program in the winter for youth, but we do operate that TJ Middle School program in the winter.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah. So then in the springtime, then we come back to our own in-house basketball leagues, and then it comes full circle getting back. So if they would like to, get involved, our website is a great tool to use. We actually have 2 websites. The one my dad had, forever ago is just kind of like our.
You're just keeping it up as an antique?
We are. And then so we have, that's bcwb.org. So very simple, our acronym .org. But I now run our, I'm gearing up towards our future, right? Yeah. It's like, you got to evolve, you have to move forward. So we have a more modern website now, but we call that bcwbnext.org.
Okay,
so,
the next generation.
The next generation, right?
I get it.
Next generation for the next level of athlete type of thing.
That's right. So have you ever had any of the athletes play beyond your program into high school, college, and beyond?
Yeah, absolutely. To mention that we have several players that have gone through our programs that actually play at Hood College, so it's really cool to see them come through, play high school, still stay locally, play Division III basketball.
Yeah.
And Hood College is not it's nothing to kind of snooze over. They are a very quality program and very top tier D3 program.
That's great.
We've had our specifically Obadiah Noel. He was a very under-recruited athlete coming up. He kind of blossomed. He was a late bloomer. He actually plays in the NBA Developmental League, G League now.
Oh, okay, the G League.
Yeah. So it's very
That's cool.
It's very exciting to see players come through and then kind of see their success. But we see it on a wide range. You know, we have some families that they come through. They don't necessarily want to play professional sports.
Right.
But what we've seen is because we connect a lot of families throughout the county that wouldn't otherwise get together. They wouldn't otherwise kind of socialize and get together. People are able to have these like lifelong friendships that they wouldn't normally.
And that's
so
awesome.
That's where it's at.
Well, that's really and that truly is what it's all about.
Yeah.
You're building this community, bringing the community together, interweaving a lot of different people, which is that's what really it's all about, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Do you kind of have a goal each year for how many kids you want to help, or even bigger, is there a bigger need than you guys are right now able to help?
On the basketball side, we don't necessarily have a goal of numbers. I think from season to season, we tend to always kind of reach our max capacity. And when I say capacity, is what, like I said, we right now. Although we have good family support, we are kind of limited to our 4 or 5 family members. So we're aside of working full time, we also are kind of stretched thin with operating the nonprofit full time. So we maximize our capacity in that sense. But what we really like to expand is our outreach programs. There is great community organizations. We may be able to either partner with community organizations or kind of feel a need where maybe there's an area that someone maybe not be feeling right now. But I think that's kind of our next thing. That's our next goal of really expanding our outreach efforts in the community.
Yeah, so collaborating maybe with some other organizations to help the families that you're dealing with and provide these kids maybe with additional resources. That's awesome. And I know Frederick is one of those places that is very open to that, which is great because we love everybody who's out there trying to help, and it's always stronger when we work together. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's awesome. Well, this is Ray Whiten, and you can check out bcwbnext.org. Right? .org. We got it. I got it. Yay. Look, they're a great organization helping the kids in our community just kind of have fun while they're playing basketball, learning life skills. Sports always teaches life skills. And forming greater, stronger community in Frederick, and that's what we love. Check them out, and if you got kids who might want to play, you can look into that. But if you can volunteer, do you guys use volunteer coaches, referees, and all of that?
Yep.
Okay, coaches, referees, or maybe some high school kids who would want to come back and help you guys out. And do that as well. It could be a great organization to get involved with. I want to thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you for your time as well.
Of course.